Stop what you are doing right now. Whatever is in your hands, whatever is on your mind, whatever weight you carried into this moment, I need you to stop, because what is about to happen in the next few minutes was not an accident. You did not stumble onto this video. You were led here, and the one who led you here is not a man. It is not an algorithm. It is not chance. It was me. And before a single word of this message reaches your ears, I need you to understand something that heaven has been waiting to tell you. A tear has fallen, one divine tear. Not from sorrow, not from defeat, but from a love so deep, so fierce, so relentlessly focused on you that even the angels fell silent when it descended. That tear fell because of your name. Are you the one who has been fighting battles in private that no one else can see? Are you the one who has been standing in faith even when the answers didn't come, even when the silence felt unbearable? Even when you looked at your bank account or your family or your body or your marriage and wondered, God, do you even see me? Are you the one who whispered a prayer in the middle of the night in a dark room when no one was watching, and then waited and wondered if that prayer ever reached the ceiling, let alone the throne? If that is you, and I know it is, then what I'm about to tell you will change everything, because Archangel Michael, the commander of heaven's armies, the warrior who stands before my throne with a sword of fire and a voice like thunder, he has been trying to reach you, not for days, not for weeks. He has been positioned at the edge of your life for longer than you know, carrying a message that was sealed in eternity and written with your name on it before you were ever born into this world. And today, this moment, right now, the seal has broken. The message is here, and you are about to receive it. But first, do something for me. Place both feet flat on the floor. Put your hand over your chest. Feel your own heartbeat. That rhythm, that steady, faithful beat. I put it there. I've kept it going through every storm, every sleepless night, every moment you thought you could not survive. And I am going to show you, chapter by chapter, why that heartbeat is connected to something so much bigger than what your eyes can see. Type in the comments, I received this message. Let heaven know you are here. Let the angels record your name among those who stopped, who listened, who opened their hearts today. There is power in that declaration. There is a shift that happens the moment you say, yes, this message is for me. Subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell notification so that every time heaven releases an urgent message for your life, it finds you first. Click subscribe right now and make sure you never miss what God is speaking in this season. My dear daughter, there are things that happen in the unseen realm that your human eyes cannot witness. Movements in the heavens that your physical senses cannot detect. Sounds in the spirit that travel at speeds your instruments cannot measure. And moments of divine emotion so profound, so concentrated, so deliberately focused on a single soul that the very atmosphere of eternity shifts. One of those moments happened because of you. I want you to understand something about my nature that religion sometimes forgets to teach. I am not a distant God who observes from a safe remove, emotionally insulated from the pain of his children. I am not a deity who watches suffering with cold theological detachment, calculating outcomes without feeling the weight of each story. Every time you have cried, every single tear that has fallen from your eyes in the dark, every sob you have swallowed in the shower so your family wouldn't hear, every time your lip trembled in the car on the way to a job that drains you, every time you smiled at others while something inside you was quietly breaking, I felt every single one. I did not observe it, I felt it because I made you. And when something I made with my own hands, breathed into with my own breath, called by my own voice, when that precious one suffers, I do not look away. I lean in, I move closer. And sometimes, in the depths of my love for you, something happens that the angels have only witnessed a handful of times across all of eternity. A tear falls from the divine. This is not metaphor. This is not poetry for the sake of comfort. This is a spiritual reality that Archangel Michael himself has stood witness to. And when it happened this time, when that tear descended like a single drop of liquid fire from the heart of heaven, every angel in the courts above looked up. Every throne trembled. Every seraphim paused mid-song, because when I weep, it is not from weakness. It is from love at its absolute fullest. It is the overflow of a love that has nowhere left to go but outward. And it always, always moves toward the one it was shed for. That one is you. The tear fell because I have watched you carry something that was never supposed to be yours to carry alone. I have seen the financial pressure that tightens your chest in the morning before your feet even hit the floor. I have seen the relationship wound that you keep tending in private, hoping it will heal, praying it won't define the rest of your life. I have seen the health fear you have not spoken out loud to anyone. I have seen the dream you buried because circumstances made it seem impossible, and the quiet grief you carry because something inside you still believes in it, even after everything. I have seen all of it, and I want you to know that tear was not shed in defeat. It was shed in fierce, unstoppable, heaven-mobilizing love. Because the moment that tear fell, something was activated in the spirit that cannot be reversed. An order went out from my throne. A name was called, your name, and Archangel Michael, commander of the celestial armies, turned from where he was standing and received his assignment. He was sent to you, even before you pressed play on this video, even before you woke up this morning. The movement had already begun. The positioning had already started. There are things being rearranged in the unseen realm around your life right now. Situations that looked locked are beginning to loosen. Doors that seemed permanently shut are beginning to creak open. People who carry pieces of your breakthrough are being redirected toward your path. Because a tear fell in heaven and a warrior was commissioned. Feel this in your spirit right now. Let it sink past the surface of your mind and settle into the deep place, that quiet inner knowing where truth lands when it is real. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not the one who falls through the cracks of divine attention. You are the reason heaven moved today. Place your hand over your heart right now and declare out loud, I am not forgotten. Heaven moved for me. Say it again. Say it until your body believes what your spirit already knows. The tear that fell was not the end of something. It was the beginning. And Archangel Michael is already at your door. My dear son, long before this day, long before this message found its way to you, Michael was already there. I want you to understand something about the way I deploy heaven's armies. It is never reactive. I do not wait for disaster to send protection. I do not scramble reinforcements when the enemy attacks. My movements are not panicked responses to darkness. They are strategic, pre-positioned, deliberately placed assignments that were established before the battle even began. I am not reacting to your story. I authored it. And in the authoring, I placed guards in positions you could not see. Archangel Michael is not a figure from religious art. He is not a statue with wings and a frozen sword decorating a cathedral wall. He is a living, breathing, fiercely intelligent commander who moves through the spiritual dimension with a speed and authority that darkness cannot match. His sword is not symbolic. His voice is not ceremonial. When he speaks, the gates of hell shake. When he raises his shield, fortresses of darkness crumble. When he stands guard over a life that I have designated as precious, and I have designated yours as precious, no force in existence can move him from his post. He has been standing at the door of your life, not just your physical home, though his presence covers that too. Every wall, every window, every threshold where your family moves in and out. But the door of your spirit, the door of your future, the door of everything that was promised to you before you arrived on this earth, and that the enemy has spent years trying to intercept before it could reach you. There are forces that have known what was coming for your life. There are spirits of darkness that studied the promise written over you and decided years ago to build walls between you and your destiny. They could not destroy the promise. What I write cannot be unwritten. But they committed to delaying it, obscuring it, discouraging you into abandoning it yourself. And they used real weapons: financial pressure, relational pain, physical weariness, spiritual confusion, the quiet voice of hopelessness that whispers at 3 in the morning that maybe none of it was ever real. But here is what they miscalculated. They forgot that I positioned Michael before they positioned their attacks. They forgot that the assignment over your life was sealed with authority that precedes all darkness. They forgot that the warrior standing at your door does not sleep, does not tire, does not negotiate with the enemy, and does not abandon his post regardless of how long the battle lasts. Michael has been there. He has been turning things back that you never even saw coming. There were moments, and I want you to really hear this, there were moments when you should have been broken, when the weight of what was coming at you should have flattened you, when the enemy had built a trap that by every natural calculation should have ended your hope. And something shifted, something turned. A phone call came through at exactly the right moment, a situation reversed with no logical explanation. A peace came over you in a storm that had no business being peaceful. A stranger said the exact words you needed to hear. A scripture jumped off the page and landed in your chest like an anchor. That was not coincidence. That was Michael, executing his assignment, intervening in the physical realm from the spiritual one, redirecting the enemy's weapons before they could reach their intended target, you. And now, today, he is not just standing guard, he is pressing forward because the tear fell, because the order came, because the season of your life is turning from defense into advance. And Michael does not just protect what is, he escorts what is coming. Say out loud right now, Archangel Michael, I receive your protection, I receive your help, I am covered. The spiritual realm responds to declaration. When you speak it, something shifts. The enemy hears it. Heaven records it. And the warrior at your door takes one more step forward on your behalf. Type in the comments, Michael is fighting for Melee. Every person watching this message know that they are not alone. Share this declaration in the comments and watch how heaven responds to a community of believers declaring together, my dear daughter, I need to tell you the truth about the war that has been waged against your life, because you cannot fully receive what I am about to give you without first understanding what has been trying to keep it from you. The enemy is not random. He is not chaotic. He does not attack people at random, scattering pain like seeds in every direction without purpose or strategy. He is calculated. He is deliberate. He studies. He observes. He identifies the ones who carry a promise, the ones whose breakthrough, if it arrives, will not just change their lives, but will ripple outward into families, communities, and generations. And he positions his heaviest weapons against those specific people. He positioned them against you. This is not a statement meant to frighten you. It is a statement meant to honor you. Because the size of the opposition you have faced is a direct indicator of the magnitude of what was written over your life. Small destinies do not require massive resistance. Ordinary paths do not provoke extraordinary warfare. The intensity of the battle you have been in, the relentless nature of it, the way it seemed to hit you from every direction at once, that was not punishment. It was confirmation. The enemy does not waste his most powerful attacks on people who are not a threat. He attacked you because he knows what I placed inside you. Think about your last few years. Think about the way financial pressure seemed to arrive in waves, never fully resolving before the next challenge appeared. Think about the relationships that were supposed to be safe places but became sources of pain. Think about the health concern that landed without warning. Think about the dream or the calling or the vision that once burned so brightly inside your chest, and the series of disappointments and delays and discouraging voices that slowly, systematically tried to extinguish that flame. None of that was random. The enemy built a strategy specifically tailored to the shape of your promise. He studied what would tire you most. He identified the pressure points, the places in your life where discouragement would take root fastest, where doubt would find the most fertile soil, where the weight would make it hardest for you to stand, and he pressed on those exact places, consistently, relentlessly, with one goal: to make you give up before the breakthrough arrived. Because he knows what arrives if you do not give up. He knows the financial turnaround that is written in the scrolls of heaven for your household. He has read in terror the decree of provision and abundance that bears your name, the overflow that was always coming, the restoration of what was taken, the sudden and dramatic shift in your material circumstances that will make people who know your story weep with joy at what I did for you. He knows it is real. That is why he fought so hard to prevent you from believing it. He knows the healing that is moving toward your body, the restoration that is coming for the relationship you have all but surrendered, the open door that is being prepared in the career or the calling that you thought had permanently closed. He sees what is on the other side of your breakthrough, and it terrifies him, because what is on the other side does not just bless you. It blesses everyone connected to you and everyone connected to them. But here is what I need you to receive right now. He failed. You are still here. You are still standing. You pressed play on this message, which means the flame inside you is not out. It is still burning, even if right now it feels like an ember. And I want you to know, I breathe on embers. I have always been the one who takes what the enemy left for dead and breathes it back into full, blazing, unstoppable fire. The strategy of darkness against your life ends today. Not because you are stronger than the enemy, but because Archangel Michael has been given a new order. The season of your life is shifting. The enemy's access to certain areas of your story is being revoked. The walls that darkness built around your finances, your family, your health, your destiny, they are coming down, not slowly, not partially. They are coming down completely, and the rubble of what was used against you is going to become the foundation of what I build for you. Place both hands on your face right now and declare, the battle shifts today. I am not the one who gives up, I am the one who breaks through. Feel that. Let it settle in your bones. My dear son, while you were sleeping last night, something happened. Not in the natural world, not in the dimension your waking eyes can perceive, but in the realm where every truly significant thing originates, in the spirit, where decrees are written with fire and sealed with authority that no power in existence can override. Something was done over your life that cannot be undone. A seal was placed. I want to paint this picture for you with the precision it deserves, because I do not want you to receive this as a vague spiritual sentiment. I want you to see it. I want you to feel the weight of it, the permanence of it, the absolute and devastating authority of it. Picture the throne room of heaven, not as you have imagined it from church art or film, something more vast, more luminous, more overwhelmingly real than any human representation has ever captured. The light that fills that room is not like sunlight. It is alive. It has intelligence. It carries the full weight of my holiness, my justice, and my love, all at once, without contradiction. The seraphim that surround the throne cover their faces, not because I'm frightening, but because the concentration of love in that room is so intense that even these ancient, Powerful beings must shield themselves from the fullness of it. In that room, decrees go forth, assignments are sealed, names are called. And last night, your name was among them. A scroll was opened, a declaration was made, and the seal of divine protection, not temporary, not conditional on your perfection, not revocable by any force of darkness, was pressed over your life, your household, your children, your finances, your physical body, and your future. The walls of fire are real. Right now, around your home, the physical structure where you live, where your family sleeps, where your most private moments unfold, there is a wall of celestial fire that darkness cannot penetrate. Archangel Michael stands at the front. 2 warrior angels hold each flank. The covering above is sealed. The ground beneath is consecrated. There is no angle of attack, no crack in the defense, no unguarded moment in which the enemy can find his way in. This is not wishful thinking. This is not a comforting metaphor. This is a spiritual reality that is as actual and as solid as the chair you are sitting in right now. Your children, whether they are young children sleeping down the hall or adult children living miles away, carrying struggles you pray over with a broken heart, they are covered. The seal extends to them. The protection is not geographically limited. It is relationally anchored. Because they are yours and you are mine, the covering that rests on you reaches toward everyone you love. Your finances, even in the state they are in right now, even if the numbers look discouraging, even if the debt feels impossible and the income feels insufficient, they are now inside the seal. What was being drained is being sealed. What was being stolen is being recovered. What was being blocked is being cleared. The financial atmosphere around your life is shifting even as you receive this word, because the decree that went forth in the throne room last night is already working in the natural world. And your future, the version of your life that I designed before you arrived here, the destiny that the enemy has been fighting to intercept for years, it is locked in, sealed, inaccessible to anything that would alter or destroy it. You may not be able to see it clearly from where you stand right now. The path may still look uncertain, the next step may still be unclear, but the destination is sealed, and I am the one navigating. Say out loud right now, my home is covered, my family is sealed, my future is protected by the hand of God. Say it loud enough that the walls of your room can hear it. Say it loud enough that the spiritual atmosphere around you shifts. If this message is touching your heart, subscribe to this channel right now. Thousands of people are receiving divine messages like this one every week. Click the subscribe button and the bell icon, so heaven's urgent word for your life always reaches you in time. Type in the comments, I am sealed and protected. This is your declaration before heaven. This is your moment to plant a flag and say, darkness has no more authority over what I carry. My dear daughter, there is a river. It has been flowing since before the foundations of this earth were set. It does not run with water. It runs with provision, with abundance, with restoration, with the accumulated blessings that I prepared for you before your first breath, before your parents ever knew you were coming, before your name was given to you by anyone on earth. This river has always known your name. It has always been moving in your direction. But for a season that has been longer than it was supposed to be, a season extended by the enemy's interference and by battles in the spirit that you have been fighting without always knowing it, there has been something holding that river back. Not permanently, not irreversibly, but there has been a dam, a spiritual obstruction built through cycles of lack, through inherited financial burdens, through agreements with scarcity that were spoken over your family long before you were born, that has been slowing the river's movement toward your life. That dam broke last night when the seal was placed, when the decree went forth, when Michael received his new order. One of the things he was commissioned to do, one of the assignments included in the scroll that was opened over your name in the throne room, was to move against every spiritual obstruction that has been holding your overflow in delay. He moved, it broke, and the river is flowing. I want to be specific with you because I know what you need. I know the exact figure that feels impossible right now. I know the specific bill that has been hanging over your head and disrupting your peace. I know the debt that you have been trying to manage, the expense that arrived without warning, the income that has not kept pace with the needs in front of you. I know the moment you sat down at your kitchen table and stared at numbers that didn't add up and felt that quiet, suffocating fear that asks, how is this going to work? It is going to work because I am going to work it. The overflow that is moving toward you now is not a small adjustment. It is not a marginal improvement. I do not do incremental when I break through years of obstruction. When my river moves, it moves like a flood. Sudden, dramatic, comprehensive, impossible to ignore. The people around you are going to notice. The shift is going to be visible. There will be a before and an after in your financial story. And the after begins in this season. Favor is being repositioned around your life. I am moving people who carry resources into alignment with your path. I am opening doors in your career or your business or your household that have been shut for reasons you never fully understood. I am restoring things that were taken: time, money, opportunity, dignity, in ways that will feel like a divine repayment of a debt that was owed to you by life itself. The harvest of everything you have sown in faith. Every tithe you gave when it was hard. Every offering you placed in the hand of a need when your own hand was almost empty. Every prayer you prayed over your finances when the numbers didn't agree with your faith. Every time you chose to trust me over the fear. That harvest is coming in now. The seed you sowed did not die. It was held. It was multiplying in the spirit, while the enemy tried to convince you it was lost. It was accumulating interest in the economy of heaven, and now it is returning to you in a measure that exceeds everything you put in. This is the nature of my economy. You cannot outgive me, you cannot outtrust me, and you cannot hold a seed in faith through a long, hard winter without eventually receiving a harvest that justifies every difficult day of waiting. Your harvest is here. Place your hand over your chest right now and declare, my overflow is released. The river is flowing. What was delayed is now arriving in full. Feel the shift. It is real. It is happening. Your faith is activating it right now. My dear son, I want to tell you something that I need you to carry with you long after this video ends. Something that you will return to in the quiet moments, in the hard moments, in the moments when doubt tries to creep back in and whisper that you are ordinary, that you are overlooked, that what you carry is not significant enough to be worthy of divine attention. Your name was called in heaven, not mentioned, not referenced in passing, called with intention, with urgency, with the full weight of divine love behind the syllables, in the courts of eternity where the angels gather and the books are open and every human life is known in perfect detail. In that place, your name was spoken from the throne. I want you to understand what it means for your name to be called from that throne. It is not the same as a name being called at a meeting or announced over a loudspeaker or printed on a list. When I call a name from my throne, I call it with complete knowledge. I call it with every memory of every moment of that person's life, present in my awareness simultaneously, every joy and every wound, every triumph and every failure, every public moment and every private one, every prayer they prayed and every one they couldn't find the words for. I call the name knowing all of it, loving all of it, committed to all of it. I called your name knowing your greatest shame, and I called it with love anyway. I called it knowing the thing you have not told another living person, the mistake you still carry, the moment you fell short of who you wanted to be and have not been able to fully forgive yourself for, the secret fear, the private grief, the hidden wound that has been healing slowly, painfully, in the quiet of your interior life where no one else can see. I called your name with all of that in my awareness, and I called it with love so fierce and so complete that the sound of it moved through the courts of heaven like a wave. The angels heard it, Michael heard it, and every promise that was written over your life before the foundation of the world was activated by the sound of your name coming from my lips. Your tears were counted, every single one. There is a number in heaven, a precise, specific count of every tear you have shed in this life. Not one went unnoticed. Not one fell to the floor without my awareness. The tears you cried for your children, the tears you cried for your marriage or your singleness or the family you hope for and haven't seen yet, the tears you cried over money that wasn't enough, the tears you cried alone in the car, in the shower, in the middle of the night when the world was asleep and the pain was loudest. Every single one was counted, collected, and held before my throne as evidence of a faith that did not quit even when it hurt. And in response to those tears, an answer was prepared. Not a generic answer, not a one-size-fits-all divine response distributed equally among all who pray. A specific answer designed in precise response to the precise shape of your need, crafted with full knowledge of what would heal you most deeply, restore you most completely, and launch you most powerfully into the destiny that still awaits you. That answer is in motion. It is not far. It is not years away. It is moving through the natural world with the speed that heaven assigns to urgent things, and heaven considers your situation urgent. The tear fell, the name was called, Michael was commissioned, the seal was placed, the river broke through, and now the specific, personal, deeply tailored answer to the deepest cry of your heart is approaching your life. It may arrive through a phone call. It may arrive through a person you have not yet met. It may arrive through a door opening in a place you stopped looking. It may arrive through a sudden reversal of something that seemed permanent, a healing of something that seemed incurable, a reconciliation of something that seemed irreparable. I will not tell you exactly how it comes, because I want the joy of surprising you. But I will tell you this, it is coming. Declare right now out loud, my name is known in heaven. My tears were not wasted. My answer is on the way. Say it as many times as you need to until your spirit fully receives it. Type in the comments, my name was called in heaven. Let this be a moment you mark, a before and after. The day you received the message that heaven has been trying to deliver to you. My dear daughter, we have arrived at the reason this message found you. Every chapter before this one was preparation. Every revelation, every declaration, every moment of truth that landed in your spirit as you walked through this message, all of it was building toward this. The tear fell to bring you here. Michael was commissioned to make sure this word reached you. The seal was placed so you could receive it without fear. The river was released so you could stand in abundance and not in lack. Your name was called so you would know beyond all doubt that what comes next was intended personally for you, and what comes next is this. Michael carried one final word from the throne, a word that is not a sermon, not a general encouragement, not a broad spiritual principle that applies to everyone equally. A specific word for the specific person watching this message at this specific moment in their life. And the word is, this is your turning point. Not next year, not after things improve, not once you figure out the next step or resolve the situation that has been unresolved. Right now, in the middle of the mess, in the middle of the uncertainty, in the middle of the delay, In the middle of whatever season of difficulty or confusion or grief or waiting you are currently in, this is the turn. I need you to understand what a turning point means in the economy of my kingdom. It does not mean that everything immediately looks different in the natural. A turning point in the spirit often precedes a turning point in the natural by days or weeks or sometimes months. But the direction has changed. The trajectory has shifted. What was going one way is now going another. What was accumulating against you is now accumulating for you. What was being positioned to harm you has been repositioned by my hand and by Michael's sword to serve your breakthrough. The enemy's best plan against your life has failed, not partially, not mostly, completely. Every scheme that was constructed to hold you in lack is dismantled. Every wall of darkness that was built around your destiny is rubble. Every lie that was planted in your mind about who you are and what you deserve and whether the promises of heaven are real for someone like you, those lies have lost their power. Because a tear fell, because a warrior was sent, because your name was called, because you are sitting here right now receiving this message, and your receiving of it is itself an act of faith that heaven honors. I want to tell you something about the next season of your life, the next chapter that is coming, not the chapter you are afraid of, but the chapter that was written for you in eternity is a chapter of visible vindication. The people who questioned you are going to see something in your life that they cannot explain with natural language. The ones who watched your struggle and wondered if your faith was real are going to watch your breakthrough and know that it was. The situations that made you feel small are going to become the testimony that makes others feel seen. Because when I turn a life around, I do not do it quietly. I do it in a way that gives me glory and gives you joy and gives the people around you evidence that I am still a God who moves. Your family is entering a new season of protection and provision. Relationships that were strained are softening. Children who wandered are being drawn back. Marriages that were worn down are receiving new life. The household that carries your name is covered by a decree that will hold through every storm of the coming season. Your finances are entering a season of acceleration. What was trickling is going to surge. Sources of income you have not yet imagined are being prepared. Opportunities that seem closed right now are about to swing open. The provision is not theoretical. It is specific, it is real, and it is moving. Your body, however it feels right now, is under the hand of the one who knit it together before you were born. The healing that you have been praying for is being answered. Some of it will happen suddenly. Some of it is already in process in ways you cannot yet feel, but your body is not abandoned. It is covered, it is being renewed. And your purpose, the thing you were put on this earth to do, the calling that has refused to die no matter how many times life tried to bury it, is being repositioned for launch. The waiting season is ending. The preparation was real. Everything you went through, every difficult chapter, every painful lesson, every moment of what felt like failure, it was training. And training has a graduation. Yours is coming, so receive this now. Let it settle into every place in your spirit that has been waiting for a word that is real. Heaven is not done with you. Michael is standing at your door. The tear that fell was the beginning of your breakthrough, not a sign of defeat. And the God who called your name before the foundations of the earth is calling it again right now. Over every promise, over every blessing, over every remaining day of your life. Stand up right now if you can. Place your hand over your heart and declare, I receive every word spoken over my life today. I accept my turning point. I walk into the new season that was prepared for me. I am protected, sealed, blessed, and loved by the God who called my name. Say it standing, say it with everything in you, let your whole house hear it. Type in the comments, I receive my turning point, and then type your name. Type it in the comments under this video, because your name matters here the same way it matters in heaven. Let this be your declaration. Let this be your moment.